If you're emotionally lazy, stay out of relationships because you're going to be suffering or be stressing another man's daughter. Nonchalance is a mental disorder if you don't know.
If you don't tell this man that really loves you, how do you think you should?
Nonchalance means you don't show forth, you don't communicate at all. You don't even do what you're supposed to do in a relationship. The relationship is cold and dead. Hi guys, my name is Nikki. I am a social media manager, a content strategist, an events host and planner, and also I own a lip care brand. So you can say I'm a serial entrepreneur. And guess what? I'm here to yap.
Okay, thank you, Dicky, for coming. So this is not an interview, right? We are just here to yap. I'm curious to know. The other day we were having a conversation and you mentioned something about maybe nonchalant, right? So I'm curious to know or ask that do you think men are nonchalant or it's just an excuse for low effort?
Okay, thank you, Faye. So basically, some men are naturally laid back, but low effort does not mean, or being laid back or being inexpressive or shy does not mean you cannot express love to your partner or communicate to your partner or show your partner that you can be there for them. So it's just an excuse, honestly.
Okay, so what makes you actually say so? Do you have any form of personal experience?
Yes, I've had series of experience with nonchalant partners, and at the end of the day, I discovered that is it that this person is really not into me, or they really do not care as they, tend to show themselves to be. So it's usually a matter of interest. If somebody is really interested in you, they would be there for you. They'll show up for you.
Okay, very good. So now, why you say nonchalant? What exactly does that mean? What does nonchalant actually mean?
Nonchalant is low effort. Nonchalance is not showing up, not showing out, not showing forth. You cannot say you love somebody or you're with somebody and you're just aloof, you're in oblivion, like you're not showing up, you're not communicating, you're not giving them gifts, you're not just showing expression of how much you love or care about them. So to me, that's just what I see in it.
So thank you so much for that. Yeah. So could it mean that some men express love differently, or do you just think nonchalance simply means emotional laziness?
Okay, so what do you mean by express love differently? Express love by not communicating, express love by not showing up, express love by not being emotionally available. So what's different about it? To me, it makes no sense. And if you're emotionally lazy, stay out of relationships because you're going to be suffering or be stressing another man's daughter. It could go both ways too. A woman can also be nonchalant to a man, probably because she doesn't care about him that much. So if you really care about your partner, all you can do to express your utmost love for them is just be available, communicate, show up, be there, be interested. Let them see that yes, this person got me and I got them back. So to me, there's nothing of such that you're just not a challenged person. If there's anyone like that, yes.
Mhm. Okay, so have you ever dated someone you consider nonchalant?
Of course, yes, I have. And honestly, it always got me questioning like, is this person really into me? Because why do I have to always be the one to initiate conversations, to plan dates, or to see that, when we have issues, we should ensure they are all sorted out before we move on. Because I cannot imagine having an issue with my partner now, and all my partner care about is moving or continue from where we stopped. We're not going to go anywhere. We need to trash it. We need to communicate. Let's see how we've hurt or crossed each other, and we talk about it, then we move ahead. So playing emotional unavailability to me makes no sense. And let me tell you, nonchalance is a mental disorder if you don't know. Because if you really care about your partner, you should be chalant, you should care, you should check in, you should call, communicate, plan dates. You should always want to be in their business. And like I said, but except you don't care about the person, you don't really love them as much as you claim to. Some people just have their hands full and they can't keep up. That's another aspect of it. But definitely, if you care about somebody, you should always show up in their businesses or try to, be in contact with them.
Yeah, so I don't think I need to ask you what were the first things you noticed in the person that you dated that is nonchalant. Just want to answer.
Well, like I said before, when I have to be the one always trying to initiate conversations, when I have to be the one trying to set up dates or try to say, oh, yeah, we've not seen for a while. Shouldn't we see? Oh, there was something we talked about this time ago. The only one addressed it. So these are the signs. You don't have to keep it's pressurizing, it is frustrating, it's tiring, honestly. It's tiring.
So thank you so much for answering that. Now, do you think women mistake someone who is peaceful and emotionally stable for a nonchalant person?
Okay, so basically, some women are used to dating men that are expressive in their emotions, in their actions. They go all out. So when she meets a man who is quiet, on the other hand, she feels strange. They start to get, so does this man really care about me, or is see that this is the way he is? She's confused and she needs answers. But it is the man's duty, on the other hand, to find a way to properly love his woman. If your woman is not cool with some certain behavior, it's the honor lies on you to try to do some checks and balances. Okay, you want me to be more outspoken, I'll try to do that for you. You want me to be more, you know, outgoing with you. Once in a while we can just go out together. But I am an introvert, I am more in my own feelings than you are. So it's just trying to, strike balances. So it's not like women mistake emotional stability for being nonchalant. It's just we're all wired differently, and we just need to learn to cohabit with one another. The personality, dynamics are straight clear. So that's just it.
So should the man change who he is or just go for someone that understands him?
Hmm. Okay, so that's a very tricky question. Changing who you are, you know what you're doing that's not right. You should try to work on your behavior. Don't be lackadaisic or be big in the nonchalant attitude that you have imbibed in yourself and you feel you're doing the right thing. If your partner is not cool with your behavior, try to work on it. But if you refuse to change, I'm going to advise your partner to leave you alone because you cannot suffer somebody else's daughter, honestly. But then, I'm not saying change totally, but try to see that you're pleasing your partner to, for if not 100%, but try to see that you're meeting your partner's emotional rates and physical needs as well. So, and I think communication helps this. See, communication is the bedrock of everything. When you communicate your feelings to your partner, they will also know where they are lacking behind and how to, improve themselves. And if your partner is also trying to communicate with you, the best and the most important thing you can do is be an active and intentional listener. Listen to work on yourself. Don't just be in a relationship for being sake. Because at the end of the day, it takes a man and a woman to make a relationship flourish. An intentional man and a woman to make a relationship flourish. Yes.
So thank you so much, Nikki, for answering that. Yeah. So what's the difference between a man being calm and not putting in effort?
Okay. When a man is calm, he's gentle, is soft spoken, he doesn't like stress, you know, and on the other hand, a man that's not putting effort is simply who he is. He doesn't know how to express love, he doesn't know how to plant it, he doesn't know how to communicate efficiently. It's not a good thing. And I think those two attributes can be separated when somebody is not doing what he's supposed to do, and when somebody is definitely a calm and introvert to speak, or a very, very easygoing person.
So thanks so much for that. I don't for sure still ask you what was the first thing you realized when you noticed it was not parents.
Okay, okay, okay. Actually, the moment I realized I was only the first to initiate conversations, always planning things first, always keeping up first, like always the first to do things, then to me, at that point, I felt, when this thing is one sided and it's going to be draining on my own head. So I just came to the conclusion that this man is nonchalant and I don't think it's going to work. And he's not making efforts to get better after several complaints, after several observations, and you were pointing it out to him. He will still the same thing. So at that point, I just knew, what, it's best everybody just with their separate.
So now do you think a nonchalant man can pick a great partner?
Okay, nonchalancy is just like a personality trait, and to me, I think it is what can be worked on if the man is intentional about being with who he claims, you know. But the best way to handle this is when you give a timeline and be like, I'm going to give you from this time to this time. If I don't see changes, I am going to move ahead. So definitely, if the man is intentional about being, or the woman, because it goes both ways. Some women can also be nonchalant in their relationship. So if the person is willing to work on their lapses, be a changed person for your partner, definitely they can actually be an amazing partner at the end of the day, based on their intentional, mindset about being that person for their partner.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So now, sometimes, do you think women mistake peace and emotional stability for nonchalance?
Hmm. Okay, so that's a very tricky one because sometimes for a woman who is used to an expressive partner, now dating a very, very um calm or cold partner. Yes, that's the word. A very cold partner. It's going to be strange to her because at the end of the day, she's used to somebody who's always initiating stuff, always calling to check in, always asking about your day, always helping you out with stuff. And being with the other temperament or the other kind of person, it's going to seem strange, and it for her to be able to adjust to that reality, it's going to be like a tug of war because at the end of the day, you're not saying what you used to experience in your partner, and keeping up with that is going to be like a tough battle. And at the end of the day, it's not like women mistake being calm and peaceful to being nonchalant. Let me tell you, if a man really cares about a woman, he's going to make sure he's all out for her, he cares for her, he communicates with her. When men cares, they always want to be in your business. They always want to know what you're doing. They always want to, see how you're faring, know about your well-being. But if he's cold about your situation, my dear, that man really doesn't care about you. It's better you just move ahead for your own sanity. But then again, a man who doesn't do that at all is a red flag. Just move on. Is it that he doesn't care about you, or the man is sick, or something is wrong with him? He needs help. You understand? He's not a child. If a man really wants something, he definitely goes for it. And going for what he wants is showing up in your partner's business, showing up, communicating, and you know, doing everything it takes. And like I said before, communication goes a very, very long way. If you notice some traits in your partner that you do not like, all you can do is just communicate to them, tell them these are the things I have noticed. How can we get better together? Because it's a partnership, and trying to figure out or trying to help each other work on those things goes a long way. But then if your partner now seems uninterested or makes you keep repeating yourself, just do yourself the favor and leave, because your sanity is very important.
Right. Okay, so for men who are calm,
Yeah.
who are gentle,
Yeah.
so do you think they should not be in a relationship, or should they just go and look for someone that understands them?
Okay, being calm and being gentle is different from being nonchalant because everybody have their temperaments. I can be an extrovert, I can be outgoing, and my partner is an introvert, is not outgoing. And but a place of communication or a place of showing up, showing that you care, cannot be jeopardized because if you say you're quiet, you're calm, you're this, you're that, but you don't do every other thing that makes the relationship work, then I don't think you deserve to be in a relationship. I'm sorry. Yes, honestly speaking, because I'm not sorry for my brutal honesty though, but then that's a fact. That's where we have to see things from. If you really care about somebody, you should be able to readjust your own personalities. Yeah, I can be very loud, I can be very out there and all that. But if my partner is somebody who likes me to bring it out, definitely I'll be conscious about toning down my own personality because my partner would like me this certain way, not 100%. Also, it is an honor for my partner to understand that, okay, this is the kind of person my wife is. But striking a balance is the most important thing. So if you're quiet, if you're peaceful, or you're the introverted type, just try as much as possible to, ignite the fire a little bit to match up with your partner's energy. So it's not like you're just self-centered or you only care about yourself or you're just emotionally unavailable. and your partner on the other hand is going to be suffering for your own uh, your partner on the other hand is going to be suffering for your own decisions because it's a decision. If you want to be good to your partner, be intentional about being good to your partner. See?
Thank you so much for that. Thank you. So now, lastly, if a man is not chance, right? How do you think you should show up?
Okay.
Or if a not chance man genuinely loves you,
Mhm.
how do you think you should show it?
I don't see the my relation of those ones, nonchalant man and loving. If you really love me, you cannot be nonchalant about me. Except if you are just a quiet person naturally or an introverted person. But
That
then
doesn't mean you being nonchalant.
yeah, that doesn't mean you being nonchalant. Nonchalant means you don't show forth, you don't communicate at all. You don't even do what you're supposed to do in a relationship. The relationship is cold and dead. It's not supposed to be. And like I said earlier, yeah, communication is just the bedrock of this whole thing. If your partner is trying to communicate where your last are to you, all you can do is try to listen and trying to do subjects and balances. Okay, these are the places where I'm lacking in this relationship. I am going to try as much as possible to work on it. If you notice your partner is unwilling to work on themselves, forget about it. Just move on. Please don't put yourself up for some emotional damage and stress because it's not even worth it. At the end of the day, that man is going to also move ahead. So just see yourself able and forge ahead as well. Go for somebody who is more interesting or interested in you or willing to make things work with you. Yes.
Thank you so much. So then I think maybe it is not being nonchalant. I think maybe it's just that your partner isn't feeling your love.
Exactly. Because if you feel my love, it should be all out for me. You should communicate with me. You should always want to be in my business. When men love their women, they always they always show out. So if he's not doing that to you, my dear, don't be confused. Just move on. It's not your man. He doesn't love you.
Okay, so that's it, guys. We just yapped. So don't just say in comments who wants you to go yap with us. And let us know in the comment section, do you think a nonchalant man can build a healthy relationship? Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.